Hello, my name is Mariana Danilovich. I'm with Ultra Live TV, and here we are with Larry David Eudine, who is a director and actor. We're at the Digital Hollywood Summit here at Spring in Santa Monica, and Larry David has a new movie that's coming out that's quite fascinating. Would you like to tell us about that first?
Oh, sure, yeah. I have a comedy about reincarnation called Back Again. It's about the repercussions of our actions coming back to haunt us in this life or the next. So this guy is accused of owing child support to a woman he's never met. Turns out to be his wife from a previous life, and she can prove it. If she does, it opens up a whole new area of law where you could sue someone for something they did to you in a previous life. So you better watch out for your actions today and clean them up. You don't want someone coming after you in your next.
Based on this good, energetic feeling, I think we were friends in previous lives, too.
I think so. Were we married?
Possibly. Well, if we were married, then we may not be friends, and I may be able to sue you.
Yeah, that's right. Now I'm getting scared.
So tell us how you embarked on digital media and why.
Well, I've always been involved with the film business. My family owned a chain of theaters and distribution company growing up. So having access to be able to make things visually has always been something I've been involved with. And I've been on the cutting edge of new technologies throughout my entire history. The first nonlinear system called EMC Squared was debuted at the NAB in 1990 with footage I had directed. And it was the first system that was the precursor to the Avid, to OLE Lightworks, which no one even remembers OLE anymore. It was a great system. And the montage, which was actually not digital, it was a wall of video tape machines that Andy Munching edited the movie's Power on it, and several other films. So I've been involved with the introduction of new technologies over the course of my history and beta tested a lot of things that we take for granted today, like movie magic budgeting. I had put together a Lotus spreadsheet, just to budget films, and me and Ted Hope had done that, and we traded each other our files. And then Movie Magic came out with something, and we were like the original beta testers. And so Movie Magic budgeting, scheduling, scriptwriter, it was originally called Script Thing, and it was me and 40 guys over at DreamWorks. But we were in production. They weren't even in production yet. They had just announced the company. So here I was back on the East Coast, being involved with 50 films on the East Coast. And we were able to tell them, excuse us, you're missing something here. Just like with the editing thing. When the editing started non-linear, they didn't have sync roll. So editing a music video was really hard. You can't do it unless you're rolling the two screens at the same time. And so I called up there and said, excuse me, I called up to Avid. I said, does anyone up there edit? You guys made a great system, but it's missing some things that any editor would tell you are needed.
Did they hand you a box?
Yeah, I've gotten free software throughout history for helping them to create it, yeah. So, and even now with, I shouldn't say that on camera, but, I continue to help develop the product to a further state, And in Malibu, I've been working on creating a creative incubator for film, music, TV, and the arts. And it's sort of like Skywalker meets Sundance in the foothills of Malibu for those four categories.
Oh, I like it.
Digital distribution. So
since it's in my hometown, so tell me about what is the creative incubator? What kind of creative talent are you attracting to this incubator?
Well, one of the things we're doing is the Malibu Screenplay Reading Group, which if you type in screenplay reading on Google, it'll come up #1 with millions of hits. And it's still in the test phase right now. I mean, we started putting it up. I did 7 test readings. Everybody loved doing it. It really excited the actors. We have 30 well-known actors, and 30 actors have been a lead or supporting role in a film released to theaters and available on home video. And the rest are just actors that can go wall to wall with them. On a tennis court, they could keep up with them on the court. So it's a powerful group of actors, sort of like the group theater, which started the Actor Studio. And then the Fifth Night at the New Aurican in New York, which did 212 screenplay readings over the course of 8 years, and 40 movies got made as a result. So that's 5 movies a year out of having people that were known actors reading the screenplays, and then someone from development would come down and go, oh, that's so-and-so. If I knew they were interested, I would have given you, hey, wait, here, I'll give you the offer. And the film got made.
So you're hoping to
So-
create films project out of the incubator.
Well, it's sort of like the music demos. People do music demos all the time. This is like a film demo to see whether the film works or not. And so this is going to be done on the ranch, on the creative incubator. And so the Malibu Screenplay Reading Group is going to operate off of there. And then and it's like an at-home thing. It's just a group of guys reading, but put up a couple of, a green screen and a couple cameras and dial in the backgrounds.
So here's a question. Why don't you make it global and put it online?
It is. It's going to be online.
That's great.
And it's going to have a member. You have to be a member in order to watch the readings, because it's not for public consumption. We're not making these for the public to see these readings. We're making them so that investors can invest in the film. So you have to be approved to be on the site, which means you have to be a qualified investor or a studio or somebody that can actually finance a project to watch the reading.
And what if the public sees it and really likes it? Would the investors maybe invest faster?
That's conceivable, but most well-known actors don't want a reading out over the internet. And, I'm an actor. I've been in 8 big-budget films in the past 2 years, including Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones, Alice in Wonderland, small films.
You've been 3D.
Yeah, I've been 3D'd. So, and that's another topic, too. That's a new technology.
Do you like your
that I'm involved with
avatar?
as well.
No pun intended.
I am my avatar. So, I've met people where they appeared one way and then in real life they were not. And so it's sort of like they were the avatar, but then in real life they were the paraplegic in a sleep chamber.
Sure.
And it was like, whoa, I don't, to me, I am who I am, where I am, wherever I am. It's the same person. You know what I mean? I like animals and kids. I help people. That's what I do. So to me, that experience brought about an idea for a web series, which is why I'm here for this.
What is your web series? Pitch it.
Well, I won't tell you. There's actually 2 around the same
A
concept.
lot of investors are watching this.
One is a drama, and it's based on a spiritual center on the coast of California, and it's a drama.
Like Malibu?
Yeah, no, but it's a cool story, but it's more of like a sitcom. You know what I mean? And the other one is more of a funny, pull the covers, investigative, show where we ask the question, what is spiritual? I mean, is it spiritual to say, oh, peace? Or is it spiritual to take an action that shows peace? Are you walking the walk, or are you just talking the talk? And are you all in it for the money and the commerce, and you're cloaking your commerce with spiritualism because you want to make more sales? Or are you there because you want to make an effective, lasting change to bring about peace or higher consciousness on a particular issue in the world? And you're an activist. Because like my friends who did The Cove, and I promoted The Cove all last year, to the point where I got Larry King to cover it to 122 countries on Thanksgiving
Fantastic.
Day. And I got Michael Moore and Terry George to do an interview for Fox, where Michael said it was the best documentary he saw in years, which he was the only person I was okay with him saying it was a documentary, because it's Michael Moore. But everybody else, I was like, no, it's a real-life suspense eco-thriller. And story of redemption for the guy who trained Flipper. And all kids got to see it and share it with their parents, so that when their parents say, we're going to SeaWorld, the kids will go, no thanks, Mom. I want to see the dolphins, whales in the wild. So they'll finally close down those parks, because it's equivalent to slavery for these creatures that are questionably more intelligent than we are, and certainly more conscious, because I can't choose my next breath, neither can you. And in ancient Greece, it was punishable by death to kill a dolphin, because they're the only altruistic animal out there. I've never heard of a chicken rushing to save a human's life. So, and nothing against chickens. I like chickens, but dolphins certainly are a different category.
So I'm
Air breathing,
intrigued with this.
intelligence.
I'm intrigued with The Cove. I'm intrigued with all the work you've done.